One of these days, all this comic book news is just gonna kill us all in excitement and happiness. I mean, who am I kidding? Let the war between Marvel and DC commence. We have just gotten full confirmation on what is gonna be Marvel's upcoming Phase 3, and there is a huge list to cover. We have 8 movies announced from Marvel Studios, and it's gonna be from 2016 to 2019. Seems like a long way away, but if you really think about it, 2 years from now, that's nothing. It'll go by extremely fast. And I must say something about Marvel, because since DC just announced their future movie slate, they know they're gonna be going up a pretty strong foe. And us, the fans, we're like the Emperor watching Luke Skywalker fight Darth Vader. Good. Now, Avengers Age of Ultron and Ant-Man, which is set to release on the summer of 2015, those 2 movies are gonna be the end of Marvel's Phase 2. And I really thought that Ant-Man was gonna kick off Phase 3 because it's a brand new character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and yeah, not too many people know who he is. Interesting to see how Marvel is ending an era and starting a new one within a couple months because their release dates are so close together. Most likely, Avengers Age of Ultron and Ant-Man will be in the theaters together, which means that Ant-Man trailer's coming soon, you guys. We've seen the test footage released not too far back, and I thought it was pretty sweet. It gave us a little taste on what Ant-Man is all about. 2015's already set, so that's done. That's out of the way. But kicking off Phase 3 in 2016, we will have our Captain America movie, and it is titled Captain America Civil War, which is set on May the 6th. We kind of all saw this coming, you guys. Since they announced RDJ in the movie, we're like, oh yeah, shit is about to go down. And if you notice, the Cap and Iron Man, they've been butting heads since the first Avengers, and possibly the second one as well. And we all figured that they're gonna go down the Civil War storyline with Iron Man and Captain America fighting each other. And it kind of adds to my theory of how the MCU will operate, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. And coming later that year, we will be introduced to a brand new character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that is Doctor Strange, which is set on November the 4th. No confirmation on who's gonna be playing the Sorcerer Supreme, but there's a lot of buzz going around that it's gonna be Benedict Cumberbatch. Please let him be the Doctor Strange, he'll kill it! And assuming so, he will be brought into the next Avengers film in the Phase 3 universe or whatever it's called, and he'll be a great addition to the team. The dude uses magic, I'm sure everyone would want someone like him on the team. But coming in 2017, we have 3 movies, holy Christ. Marvel is gonna be really busy that year. The first one to arrive is the sequel to my personal favorite movie of Marvel's Phase 2, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is set on May the 5th. No confirmation on what it's going to be called, but right now, it's just Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now, in this one, I'm really interested on where they're going to take this, because at the end of the first Guardians of the Galaxy, there was a lot of unanswered questions. What happened to Nebula after she tore her arm off and flew away? Will Groot grow up again and be more powerful than ever? It kind of sounds like a tree Obi-Wan Kenobi being struck down and being more powerful than we could possibly imagine. Huh. Lol. And the main one, who is Star-Lord's father? If you remember at the end, Yondu refers to him as a jackass, so there's a possibility that Yondu knows who Star-Lord's father is. And Nova Prime telling Star-Lord that he is only half Terran from his mom's side, and the other half is an ancient culture they have never seen before. Which means, yeah, Star-Lord's mom kind of banged an alien. I hope they make a joke out of that, something that Star-Lord would make fun of or say. Or the team making fun of his mom. And I want to hear the soundtrack to Awesome Mix Volume 2, that is a big one right there. And later that summer, we will have Thor Ragnarok, which is set on July 28th. And I'm really interested in this one because doesn't Ragnarok mean like the destruction of everything? And there could only be one person that could cause all this, and that is Loki. And it's insane because if you remember at the end of Thor the Dark World, Loki is the king of Asgard, which means what happens to Odin? They don't really show that, so what if he actually did die or Loki actually killed him? And since he is the king of Asgard now, Loki will bring the destruction to everyone and everything around him. This could be the movie where Loki is gonna go full villain and full badass. Yeah, if he wasn't like badass enough already. Thor may return to Asgard at the end of Avengers 2 and see that his brother is still alive because at this moment he thinks he's dead. He may finally learn that Loki is a deceiving bastard and ending all deep down trust within inside Thor. He may walk up to him, grab him by the neck, something about Thor with the grabbing necks, and go all like, Loki, you deceiving fuck! Why did you sleep with Jane Foster? Now that will be a fight I will pay to see. I want to see those 2 butt heads again. There's just something about brother versus brother that makes the story so emotionally rich. Sort of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe Lion King. And at the end of the year, we will have our Black Panther movie, which is scheduled on November 3rd. And it's also confirmed that they have cast Chadwick Boseman, the star from 42, to play the superhero. I don't know if he's a superhero. He could be like Batman. And Marvel says that he will be in Captain America Civil War, so maybe his own solo movie will follow the events after Captain America Civil War. Which is good for Marvel because it shows diversification within their franchise and they aren't afraid to introduce a character like Black Panther. Question is, will it be a lighthearted or a serious movie? We will definitely find out when a trailer hits the web. But in the next year, in 2018, we will have 3 movies again. Holy shit. Marvel is like Santa Claus right now. Christmas is like 2 months away and they're giving us all this already? Oh, how I love the world right now. And the rumor going around that the Avengers 3 will be split into 2 parts, yeah, that is officially gonna happen. They have officially titled Avengers 3 as Avengers Infinity War, with the first part releasing on May the 4th. And yes, the Infinity War! Thanos is all holding the Infinity Gauntlet like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Thanos is gonna destroy the entire universe. How are the Avengers gonna stop him? He can basically control every living matter that ever existed. And how will Thanos gain all the Infinity Stones to complete the gauntlet? Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy 2 will cover that? Yeah, Thanos will gain the ultimate power of the universe. And no, I am not talking about the Death Star. Since the Avengers 2 will cause the separation of the team, maybe this third Avengers will cause them to reunite? May happen in the second part of the third Avengers movie. You never know. And coming later that summer is the most fitting hero to the MCU and probably the most relevant name in the entire franchise. And that is a Captain Marvel movie, which is scheduled on July 6th. You can have Captain Marvel, but where is Captain DC? Huh? Technically, Shazam is Captain Marvel, so there's that. I honestly really didn't know who Captain Marvel was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I decided to look her up. And my god, she wears a super incredibly hot, sexy outfit. Please, let that be her outfit in the movie. Probably not going to, you know, since it's like Disney and such. Whoever she's gonna fight in her movie is gonna be one incredibly lucky dude. Gets to look at that shit? If that's the case, please, sign me up for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I want to go up against that and possibly get my ass kicked. I don't know much of the character, but I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with her in the Avengers. By the end of the year, we will have our Inhumans movie, which is scheduled on November 2nd. Now here's the thing with the Inhumans movie. I have no idea who the team consists of. But is this gonna be like another Guardians of the Galaxy? Because I'm pretty sure regular people who enjoyed the every now and then Marvel Cinematic Universe movie aren't gonna know who these guys are. And me, well, I know a little, I guess. I asked my buddy who knows a lot about Marvel, who are the Inhumans? It turns out they're actual human beings who get abducted and experimented on, and they have superpowers. Sad, right? I'm getting information from my friend. No offense to you, man, but thanks for the info. Which makes sense because since the title is Inhumans, they must be human beings with extraordinary gifts, sort of like the X-Men. X-Men in space! Holy shit, I just caught that. Now I'm excited for that movie. And finally, in the next year, we will have our second part to the Avengers Infinity War, which is set on May the 3rd of 2019. This could be the movie where Marvel throws out every character they have brought onto the big screen thus far, all up against Thanos. Could be a major nerdgasm, but one awesome nerdgasm. Usually I don't like when they split the last act into 2 parts because every trilogy nowadays does that and it's nothing really special. But the Avengers 2-parter, I am totally on board because it will develop Thanos as a main villain, hopefully. Gonna be one crazy time ahead of us and that's all fine and dandy for me. And that's it, that's the full list of Marvel's Phase 3. I remember a time when people were having a fit that Marvel is gonna be owned by Disney. I seriously recall people going like, Hulk is just gonna be pink and start singing songs and Captain America will just be a love story. But look what Disney has done with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They have built it into this ginormous empire. But seriously, we all owe it to this guy right here, Kevin Feige. The dude is like a modern day George Lucas who's able to create a whole universe of superheroes and turn them into pop culture. Not everyone can do that, and this guy pulled off into being one of the greatest franchise we have ever known. Man's a genius, but also stand the man. Give these guys some props. You guys heard the Marvel announcement. Which movie are you excited for the most? Be sure to leave a like and comment on the video, and as always, there's a link below for my Twitter and my Facebook. Keep in contact with me, but in the meantime, I have to get going.